Do you? You're a successful business person. You did a lot of, you understand how to put organizations
Right.
together and that kind of thing. Mindy seems to have that she seems to be able to have that sense of.
She does. Uh, Mindy made it really easy for me to be president of the board because I caught her vision and how she wanted to see this chaplaincy do and perform and grow. So I knew that if I got behind her and backed her, and I got the board on her side, it would become the chaplaincy that it is today. So she made my job really easy.
I mean, you were there to help shepherd this through the early stages, or
Yeah, when I came on the board, we were meeting in a little house down on Fulton, on Marconi Avenue, right down by the freeway. Just a little house. And then we moved to another location that I got him as a broker. And then we were there, and then we moved to the place over on the Garden Highway by Chevy's on the river. And then they were there, and then she came here after I had left the chaplaincy. I had to leave because my wife had ALS, and I took care of her.
I know how important having my own nonprofits, someone like you is to see these kind of things through, and as somebody as a mentor, and so I'm sure you're proud of where this has all gone.
Oh my goodness, I brag about it all the time. My cousin Jim Rowland, he was the director of the Department of Corrections under Duke Majan, and he was over all the prison systems. And I've had him speak at the graduation services, and then I've taken him to the board meeting to meet the board and talk to them. And he's told me, he said, Cliff, I have never seen a law enforcement chaplaincy like this one. He said, you are the #1 chaplaincy in America. So it made me feel good.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't give out accolades real easily, but he was very impressed with the chaplaincy. And I'm very proud of them. Oh my goodness, they're just great.
Have you always sort of supported police, and have you always had a sense of their presence in the?
I have. Well, first of all, my wife was a deputy sheriff for 10 years when we first got married. So, I saw what they went through. And so then my cousin being the director of the Department of Corrections, yeah, I've been involved with, from a arm's length, so to speak, to law enforcement and what they deal with. And I saw what they dealt with on a daily basis with my wife. Because she started out as a matron in the county jail, and then she became a deputy, and then she went into she was a detective investigating crimes against children.
Wow.
And that was really, boy, that was an eye-opener.
One last question. Describe Mindy.
I cannot say enough about Mindy. She knows what she wants. She knew where she wanted this chaplaincy to go, and she needed somebody to support her and keep it on the rails, so to speak. So I helped her put some things in place, like I would review the budget twice a year instead of once a year at the end of the year. I would have it twice a year where we would know where we were going and what to look for. So I helped her set up guidelines and things like that. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the #1 chaplaincy in the United States. It really is.
It sounded like you just needed to back her and kind of get out of her way a little bit.
Exactly. No, that's exactly what I did. Like I said, she made my job as president really easy. And we had a 15-member board, and we tried to keep it a well-balanced board. I had 5 from law enforcement, 5 from business, and 5 pastors, because that's where we do our recruiting, is at the churches, So I felt like we had a real good balanced board to help her keep the chaplaincy on an even keel, and she did. I saw her vision right the first meeting I was in, and I knew that if I could ever get in a position to help her, I would. And so it turned out I did, so I was pleased.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You bet.